Welcome back to Stuttgart as we introduce the field for the 800 final. There's Siping of South Africa, still a junior. He's 20 next June. Tom Mccain, European champion. He's won 4 Europa Cups, but he's been erratic at the major championships. And his fastest time this season in the semis. There's Ruto, qualified as the fastest loser, won the Kenyan trial, won the NEC meet in Melbourne in February this year, so he's come a long way. D'Urso, who ran his fastest time in the semi-final. He's the Italian champion, world student champion from 91. Benvenuti was injured in the first round. D'Urso has carried the Italian flag bravely into the final. Billy Konchellah's in lane 5. Amazing character. Pace Co in 1981 to his world record, which still stands. Was 4th in the Olympic final in 84. Suffers from malaria. Won the World Championship in 87, World Championship in 91. Rarely seen in between times. Curtis Robb, Olympic finalist in Barcelona, has been struck down with viral problems this season. Has fought back magnificently to run his fastest time ever in the semi-finals to make another big final. William Tanui, the third of the Kenyans, the Olympic champion, was in the Commonwealth 1500 metres championship back in 1990. I shouldn't say that. John Walker's sitting alongside of me. He remembers that oh so well. And Freddie Williams, who broke the Canadian record in the semi-final, was born in South Africa, became a Canadian citizen in 1992.
Bruce, this is going to be a great race. There's no natural front runners here, so it's going to be interesting to see who leads. The Kenyans normally run as a team. You don't normally get that in 800 metre running, but we saw it in last year's Olympics. I believe Ruto will go out and try and take the pace. Konchellah and Tanui will stay at the back. Konchellah likes to finish all over the rest of the field. Tanui ran from the front the other day and just about didn't qualify. He ran an absolutely disastrous race. He got him by 100th of a second, so I believe he'll stay back. The front runners will go fast up front, and the back runners will come with about 150 to go.
Well, the pacemakers have gone out of it. Barbosa and Gray, 2 of them, were both run out in the semi-final. So it does complicate matters a little.
Well, if Mccain in lane 2, if he ever wanted to win this, he's promised so much. He made it through to the final. He runs technically very, very well. He has a great chance, providing he dominates off the front.
There's Rob, the other Brit. So there are 2 from Britain. Rob, whose father's backed him to win the gold medal in Atlanta in 1996, has got enormous odds. Has backed him to win a fortune. It's putting a bit of pressure on the son, I reckon, but he's come through twice now. There's the schoolboy, the youngster, Siping of South Africa. What a moment for him. He's in with some great company here. So they go to the blocks. They toe the line. Away. Williams from the outside. Tanui holding back. Konchellah will hold back. Rob went out quite hard. Ruto's going out hard. The other Kenyan, as John expected, he'll try and go to the lead. Konchellah last. Tanui back third last. Williams coming across, but Ruto's going to lead. Your information was right here, John. Siping behind him, 7.94. Tanui working across. Konchellah a long last. Siping checked back to second last.
Well, Ruto was the sacrificial lamb. He just barely qualified in the semis. The Kenyans are using him. They realise the back runners are the best. They want to get their fellows up.
Tanui's made a fast move to third, a bit of a surprise. Ruto looks back, leads from the 2 Brits, Mccain and also Rob. There's Paul Ruto. Tanui 3 wide. Williams, D'Urso, Siping, Konchellah biding his time last. Let's get the split. Not super quick by any stretch. It's only 51.22. Konchellah moved up 1 position.
Yeah, but it's very easy for Konchellah sitting right at the back. He's just jogging. I feel Tanui's gone a little bit early. If you notice in the last year's Olympics, he came right around them very late. I believe he's gone too soon. In fact, he looks like he's struggling now.
Konchellah back to last, interestingly. Let's see Peng go past. He must be very cool. That's second and third we're looking at. Rob and Tanui. Williams makes his run. Konchellah still last. Ruto leads at 200.
Well, Konchelah's going to have to get a move on. He can't afford to wait any longer. Rob's in second spot.
Third, Rob. Williams second. Here's Konchellah from last. Surely not. Ruto leads. Konchellah, yes, he's still coming. D'Urso about to challenge. Konchellah from last. Ruto leads D'Urso. Look at Billy Konchellah flying. Ruto holding on. Konchellah won't get him. Ruto all the way. Beats D'Urso and Konchellah. What an upset. We read that one wrongly. Ruto's upstaged them all.
Well, what a big upset. He was the pacemaker. He was supposed to have been the sacrificial lamb from the information that we had had prior to the race, and he held on to win. We saw it in the 5,000 last night.
Silver medal for Italy for D'Urso.
A big run for him. Well, Konchellah thought he was better than he was. He gave them far too much of a start, and he wasn't quite good enough on the night.
Well, he was last at 150, Billy Konchellah. The Kenyans have gone 1-3. The Olympic champion missed out, and the world champion of the last 2 years has handed over the crown to another Kenyan in Paul Ruto, the 33-year-old, who only qualified for the final as the fastest loser.
Well, Ruto won the African trials. He was also down in Australia this year. But that was the biggest upset of this Games. If you'd been running the book around the stadium here, you would have got probably 10-1 odds.
Got to go back to Peter Rono in 1988, the other Kenyan, when he won the Olympic 1500 for such an upset in a middle distance race.
We saw it in the 5,000 metres with Kareri. He wasn't supposed to win us either. They were supposed to be setting it up for Betok, but he never came through, and Kareri went on and won. And this man, Ruto, he was supposed to have been the pacemaker, and he went on and won. And he ran a superb time of 1:44.7.
Well, Konchellah at 150 looked out of it, and then suddenly at 100, he looked like he'd sweep past all of them as he had done in the semi-final.
Well, this is the problem when you're a back runner like Konchellah. Not only do you have to make up ground, but you have to come wide at the same time, and it's very difficult to do in an 800 metres, because when you're going fast up front, it means that you've got to go 1.5 seconds faster to get up to the leaders, let alone go past them. A big night for the Italians.
Giuseppe D'Urso, the 24-year-old, World Junior final way back in 88. But this is where most of the medals have gone, the gold and the bronze. There's Seeping, the schoolboy, who took a buffeting in the race. At one stage was clipped right back in the field to second last. Well, the Kenyans are celebrating at the World Championships. This won't be the last time we see this.
We've seen it so many times before. Here's Konchellah coming right around the outside now, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. He's 2 lanes wide, and he starts to struggle a little bit here. Mccain's out the back door. Ruto's hanging on for his dear life. The Italian strains. Konchellah looks like he's going to get up now.
Seeping, Mccain came together at the back. But Konchellah, even with those long strides, the thoroughbred that he is, was unable to pick them back, and D'Urso surprised by hanging on. What a brave winner Ruto was.
The way Konchellah closed, you've got to say he left it too late.
Agreed. Tactically outrun, but he's done it so often before, and we've applauded. As he said to a friend of ours after the first round, when he asked him, why did you leave it so late, Billy? He said, I wanted to give the crowd some entertainment. Well, tonight, those words might ring in his ears as D'Urso continues to celebrate with the Europeans here in Stuttgart. But it was the Africans that were successful. Ruto winning from D'Urso, Konchellah third, Tanui, the Olympic champion, missing out. And the result of the men's 800 metres, Ruto a surprising gold medalist, 1:44.71. D'Urso of Italy, the silver, Konchellah of Kenya, the bronze.